One picture can tell a story of an era and light up an event that has once significantly affected the wheels of history and now sunk into oblivion. The Flashback, a project that carefully guides us through the past like a beacon. (1937), the German passenger airship Hindenburg caught fire and was destroyed at Lakehurst, New Jersey. Japanese troops invade China, besieging Beijing and Tianjin. A full-scale civil war is unfolding in Spain. In the meantime, much more peaceful and joyous events are taking place in the capital of the Kazakh SSR. The first animals arrive in the Almaty Zoo that is being prepared for a grand opening. Before the 1930s, an official zoological park in Kazakhstan had never existed. Governor General Kolpakovsky private menagerie doesn't count. In 1935, an initiative group advocating the creation of a zoo began to form. A year later, this question was raised at the first meeting of the Science Committee held on the 25th of January. The party gave the go-ahead, so the commission started to look for a suitable place. As a result, the city police large orchard that was adjacent to the Park of Culture and Rest was chosen. In this photograph taken in the spring of 1937, one can clearly see how workers of the zoo drag a wooden box right to the entrance of the cage using special runners. Inside of the box was one of the first inhabitants of the Almaty Zoological Park. Unfortunately, this photograph was kept in the archive without any cover papers, so there is no information on what animal exactly was in the box. However, there are records stating that the first animals to be brought to the zoo were roe deer, a pair of wolves, young foxes, an argali sheep, a saiga, a gazelle, and a mountain goat, meaning that it was one of them in the box. The introduction of animals to the Almaty Zoo was managed by its first director, Murzakhan Tolebayev. He really wanted to surprise his future visitors, so he was traveling all over the Soviet Union in order to get the most unusual animals. By the autumn, as a result of his efforts, hyenas, jackals, caracals, raccoons, a polar bear, reindeer, bison, and antelopes were brought here. The grand opening of the zoo took place on the 7th of November, 1937. Posters were pasted all around the city. An orchestra played all day at the main entrance while people were flocking in. For the safe delivery of animals, Tolebayev was awarded a diploma of the NKVD. And less than a month later, he was arrested on false charges and shot. That is how the first Almaty Zoo lost its first director. By the way, the animal which transportation is shown in this picture, no matter what it was most likely caught by Murzakhan Tolebayev himself. But this is not the only special thing about this photograph. What is more important is that this photo captured the very first baby steps of the Almaty Zoo.